I'm excited about this. We've got Danica, we've got Devin, we've got Tria, we got Chapel Hart.
Hey.
Now, where are you ladies right now?
Right now we are in Nashville, getting up some last minute stuff right before we get ready to hit the road for this tour.
Yes, I used to live in Nashville. I lived out in Bellevue. Are you guys big fans of that Nashville hot chicken?
Not really.
So
No.
we've been in New Orleans probably about the last decade-ish. And so we have gotten so spoiled to like, flavors and all the thing, Cajun eating and all the things. And it's just like, oh, hot chicken just does not do it for us. So
But the
it's hot and
flavor,
oily.
like if you don't know any better and you haven't been to the deep south, maybe that's when you fall in love with it. But
So you guys have been all over the world too. So how does it compare to New Orleans?
it doesn't.
Right.
Really?
We'll go places, and most of the time we just kind of like figure out what's good, and we'll just kind of eat on that until it's time to leave and go home. And then we get to New Orleans, and we're like,
And we usually have a rule: anything above like Central Mississippi, if it says Southern, just don't.
yeah, or New Orleans style.
Oh, yeah.
Don't do it.
And people are like, we got gumbo. We were in LA one time, and I saw on the menu at Norm's they had gumbo,
It was soup.
and I was like, if you just call it chicken soup, or like it's about what you call it, okay?
Right. But I feel like that with Buffalo when people are like buffalo wings, because I'm from Buffalo, New York, and everybody's like buffalo wings, and I'm like, no.
Does Buffalo, New York have amazing buffalo wings?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Now we gotta try it.
I didn't even know that was
Where
Like a correlation.
buffalo wings came from? Like,
Oh,
I just
yeah.
thought it was-
Now you have to try Duff's or Anchor Bar when you go. Those are
Okay.
the spots.
Somebody write that down.
That's going on our tour
Dove
list.
or Anchor Bar.
Doves or Anchor Bar. And I tell you what else you try when you're in Buffalo? It's a drink. It's not alcoholic. It's called Loganberry. If you like
Sounds
like a Hawaiian punch, high C kind of a drink, it's kind of like that.
Oh, okay.
Loganberry.
Loganberry, yeah.
Sounds like a
Noted.
good name for a son too. Loganberry, sit down.
Loganberry, get in
Gonna
front of me,
hate
clean up.
Right?
You guys were on the rise before you even got to America's Got Talent. And I have to tell you, my mom called me and she's like, you have to turn on America's Got Talent. There's this family trio, and oh my God. And they're the second ones in history to get the golden buzzer, and they're amazing. And I was like, okay, who are they? And you guys were already on the rise, almost didn't even go on the show.
Yes.
So what is
Yes.
it like? I mean, can you look back now and you're like, oh my God, we almost missed this.
Yep. It was like, because in the music business, it's everyone's like, you will shoot yourself in the foot if you go on, The Voice, American Idol. Like it's so like frowned upon in the music business. And so which is why we were like, nah, we good. We're gonna keep going, we're gonna keep boots on the ground method. And so but it was crazy because there was a fan that kept reaching out, and she was like, y'all need to audition, you need to audition, you need to audition. And finally, we were supposed to tour with the Indigo Girls, and that got shut down. That was the same week as when we needed to go audition. So we were like, we got nothing else to do, might as well. And and now we look back and say, thank God that we did.
Right. Now, when you first heard that Dolly Parton was like, okay, girls, like, what was your reaction?
There was a whole lot of screaming and a whole lot of almost getting kicked out of the hotel. So I think we're all still pretty in shock even today that whole thing even happened, because it's just like, it's Dolly.
Because it's one thing for the entire America to be like, this song is amazing. But when Dolly Parton's like, okay, I see y'all. It's like, it's a game changer.
Right.
And then it's like as if we already weren't in like heart attack mode. And then Loretta Lynn's like, well, y'all need to do one of mine. And we were like, ah.
I know. I like the accolades just kept coming and coming and coming. These last few months for you guys have just been super stellar.
It's always been like a dream and everything's going. It's like happening back to back to back. And it seems like as soon as we try to stop to kind of take in what's happened, something else even more incredible happens. And so like these past 9 months have been ridiculous.
Kaboom.
No, we want some inside. Two
You got it.
sisters and a cousin. First cousin?
Yeah, their favorite
So,
first cousin.
favorite
Just
Absolutely
regular
not.
old first cousin.
Just
So what
first
was
cousin.
the like sibling? Because I have first cousins that I'm very close to growing up. You know how it is in Black families. You're just very close. You're very tight. So I know there had to be some cousin sibling rivalry.
Look, it's so amazing though. But I think that we grew up in a very we had a real family. You know what I mean? If you walk out and your dress was a little tight or you looking a little pudgy, they was like, "Dang, you looking big today." Like our family, like it was real. Like you guys, so we kind of came up in that era. So I always say like it kind of helps. It kind of helps being in the industry because I mean, almost like industry ain't nothing you can tell us that we wouldn't already say to each other. And so, and of course, like, who got my eyeliner? Why are you looking at me when we be together too long? And it's like, so we definitely have the still sibling rivalry. And, we treat like, and I say at this point, like, it's just like pretty much three sisters. Like, you can say cousin, but like,
Danica thinking she my mama,
Ben,
all the things that you would think Tracy
Yes.
Danica
what was that supposed to be, sisters? Why they always think they're the family
thinks she's
manager?
a family manager.
Yes. Yes.
So it's that thing.
No, very much so family behind the scenes.
So you
But
guys,
That's what I would do.
you guys have a big family because you said you named Chapel Hart after Hart's Chapel because there's so many of you. How many are there?
So our grandparents had 17 kids,
Wow.
and there are 108 grandchildren. So if you can only imagine.
And we've
the
gotten
madness.
to the point we don't even account for the great grands and second cousins and stuff. It's enough with just us.
they have to battle for the duel to see who can be a part of the grand number. But
How do you date in a town like that?
You don't.
girl, let me tell you what. I literally, first of all, our grandmother could tie you to be kin to anybody. I was dating this white guy. She said, that's your cousin. Granny, how?
Oh,
How? And
Oh.
she went ahead to try and tell me how. So I was like,
I think I got lucky and found the one guy in our town that we're not related to, and he's been around the family. So if he was related in any kind of way,
They
would have told me for sure. It wouldn't make it past.
growing up in South Mississippi is hard because you go like 2-3 cities over, you hang out, you meet somebody who's cute. Oh, what's your mama's name? Oh, what's her mama's name? Yeah, all right, I'll see you later.
gotta go.
Bye.
We can to the Joneses. So it was definitely a balancing act. And if we were gonna dating, so us going to like other school functions and events was the highlight of our like high school thing. Is that's where we went to go be fast because we couldn't do it in Poplarville because it was just too close. It was too close.
Doing sports or band or something.
There you
to have
go.
a reason to travel outside the area.
Oh my goodness. So you guys have been traveling all over the world. Where has been your favorite spot so far?
Ooh, so far, one of our favorite spots have been in Liberty Hill. Was that South or North? South Carolina. And it was a show, big stage right beside a creek. And it was a Halloween show. And so there were like different groups of, costumed friends, but like just the vibe of the whole place was amazing. And as we were singing a super patriotic song, like Vikings rode their boat ashore and ran across the field with a giant like football stadium size flag.
Wow.
It was epic.
And just the people there were incredible. And I guess I think we can all agree on Liberty Hill for in the States and then probably internationally. Innsbruck, Austria was a game changer for us. I think that, they may have thought we were like TLC or something because they were just like, oh my God, it's y'all and we love you. And so it probably helped that they had like billboards and flyers and stuff. I was like, they were ready for us to come.
I think that was like my first
like I guess major realizing, like people like doing the like just following you around like this. It was like a giant.
You don't have to snap a picture. We can just take one.
Yeah. Or it's like then like finally when we started taking pictures, they were like, "Will you make a photo with my baby?" Sure.
Yes, we will make photo with your baby.
Do you like
So
taking
look,
pictures? Do you like taking pictures with fans?
God, yes. And I always like to tell people like, look, if it's because of you guys that y'all can ask, even that you can even say, "Hey, can I get a picture with you?" So
Right.
yes, now not all the time do we look good. So
No,
whatever
you
day
ask
you
them to
pick,
That's
I
on
always say,
you.
"Look, now this your picture." So you and so we sometimes we have to make that disclaimer, but always, always, always are we ready to, you know, yeah,
So
we're honored.
on the show, well, I hope because I'm coming to see you guys, and we're going to get to that in a second. So I hope we can get a picture. Use one of the statements you made on America's Got Talent, and I'm sure you faced this all along. Is you said country music doesn't look like us.
Uh-huh.
Have you found that in the last few months with, like Breland and Jimmy Allen and other Black country artists that things have started to get a little easier, or are you still facing tough battles?
I think that it's kind of weird because of like how much they chop, like how much they have to chop down to just kind of make your particular segment. So, yes, country music. We said country music doesn't look like us, but like in any capacity, like there's hardly any trios that are going anymore. There's hardly, there's barely even women being played on radio now. So we're female, and then we are African American, and even just kind of like by looking at it, if you look at it, there's not many groups that have a plus size woman, there's and a curvy woman and skinny woman. So like it just country music didn't look like us across the board. But I think that show gave us a confidence that that the music we were writing is good, and that people were drawn to it, and maybe we were just at a place that not enough people had heard of it, but also too that it just gave us the confidence to just be who we are and continue to be authentic, continue to tell the stories about growing up in the backwoods of Mississippi, and like and the more that we do that, the more that we see that people are like, no, I can relate to them. And it's been people of all colors and creeds and walks of life, people who don't have the same religion as us, don't believe as us, don't look like us. But all that to say that country music is definitely starting to look a lot more like Chapel Hart, and we're starting to kind of feel included. And people are like, "Hey, let me help you out. Like, let me make a phone call." And we're like, "Thank you." So it's definitely getting there. And I think our fans play such a huge part. Like our fans are like, "Boy, I will twist your ear. You better play my girls on the radio." And so like you said, my mama told me that there was some girl. I'll tell you, mamas and grandmamas love us. They love us.
Yes.
Please tell her we said that.
Oh my gosh, she's gonna be like, So what gets you because not every day is perfect, even in the last several months, and everything's just been, on the up, 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 but still there are hard days. What gets you out of the bed on a hard day?
I think our fans play such a huge role in our career, and they are literally between our fans and the good Lord, they are the reasons why we are where we are today. And it's like the messages you get, and people just saying how our music inspires them and encourages them and pushes them to be better people. I think that is one of the biggest contributions to keeping us going on a daily basis, because like you said, there are days that we're like, why are we doing this? It's hard. You don't want to do it anymore. But when you think about all the people that we've inspired and all the people that are left in the world for us to inspire, it's like we can't stop. We're too far gone, and we can't stop, and we have to continue to go on our mission and push our message forward.
Right. I think that so many times like we're on or and like exactly like what Dev was saying, like we a lot of people do it for fame and fortune and are not shy about it. But like we know and we believe that there's a bigger mission for us. And so a lot of days we don't want to get out the bed and we don't want to, we go to bed sometimes at 2 or 3 in the morning, have to wake up at 5 or 6 to get up and keep going. But like, we just have to remember that like it's not about us, it's about the people that we're going to help and heal along the way. Like, that's the
meat of it.
That's the meat.
Well, you guys are going to be here in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Get up, Lincoln, we coming.
Yes. Now, because you guys are very specific about food, I would make some recommendations, but I don't want to disappoint you.
Well, actually, we prefer recommendations from people who know what's good there in that area, because I mean, you can't go to Philadelphia looking for barbecue. It's not gonna be what you want it to be.
Well, when you come to Lincoln, the popular item that is a must-have, it's called a runza.
Runza.
So, imagine a hot pocket. It's like baked, but on the inside is cabbage and ground beef, and it's seasoned. Mm-hmm.
Is it seasoned well?
I personally can't speak to it because I'm gluten-free, but it is the item here that everybody goes crazy for.
And can you pretty much get that anywhere? There are certain places
Yep, there's a restaurant called Runza, and you just
go. I'm going there. Okay.
And guess what they sell?
Runza. Okay, that's easy to remember.
So you'll definitely have to try it. You'll have to let me know what you think. You guys are going to be at the Rococo Theater next Friday, the 27th. We are so excited. Last chance to get tickets. You text 474-FROG. You want to go to the show. What can we expect at the show?
Listen. OMG. Listen, so we did like a pre-tour before we kicked off tour, because we wanted to make sure that all the grand ideas that we had work in a show. And when I say that I was genuinely inspired by this tour, so like I can't say enough to people, if you are on the fence about going to the Chapel Hart show, if you're like, I've never heard of them a day before in my life, no. Look, let me tell you, get these tickets and go the other way. Get these tickets, because I mean, we find ourselves like crying at meet and greets, and people are like, you inspired me so much tonight. I hadn't been writing. I've been in a low place. Like it's so important, because we get to this show is a journey, is a look into the journey that we've had about our glory days. And a lot of it is right now. And some of it is when we were truly grassroots and we had no money and we were just trying to figure it out. And so I ain't really got a whole lot of it. Now we took the money we did make to put this tour together. So also get your tickets if you want to help us out. So y'all, but I can't say enough how exciting and moving this tour is. And I think it says a lot when the artist is excited to be on this tour and to give you the show. And so
and I'm just super excited to get a chance to meet all of our newer fans in person. Like, we've gotten so much love and support from people all over the US, and we're going to be going literally from the East Coast to the West Coast, from the top to the bottom. And I want to meet and hug as many people as possible.
Get up, Lincoln, here we go.
And on top of that, we're going to be inviting some of our friends, some from AGT, some from like just in the industry up and coming, to like, join us on stage and meet some of our new fans right along with us.
You just never know who may show up at this show. We got surprises.
There you go.
I'm so excited. I'm actually leaving on Saturday to go to Buffalo, and the day I come back is the day of the show. And I'm like, I have to make sure my flight gets in on time.
Yes.
Because I'm going to
tell Southwest don't play no games. You got to be back.
Excuse me, before I let you go, can we just get a little bit of harmony? Just a little bit.
Yeah, let's see. Okay, Jolene. You want to take us? Look, I say, look, you take us about. Hold on, I want to make sure we start in the right key, because Lord have mercy. Y'all will be like, do not come see them. Just kidding. One, two, three, four. 1, 2. Oh, Jolene, you can have them 'cause they don't mean much to me. Well, I've cried so much till rivers turn to seas. Oh, Jolene, When you think that he's in love, he'll surely leave like he did me. Well, you can have him, Jolene.
Thank you so much. I have so enjoyed talking to you, ladies. You guys are amazing.
Thank
We can't wait to see you, Lincoln.
And
Y'all
y'all
get ready.
to touch the frog so you can get a chance to come to
your
the
tickets.
show.
That's
Ain't
right.
nothing better than free tickets. So look, call in, text in, do what you got to do. But we'd love to see y'all there. Can't wait to give y'all some Southern hugs and all the things. And we'll talk soon.
Love it. Thank you, ladies. Thank you so much.
Thank y'all.